This profile of a remarkable member of our community. You've heard, of course, of the Dreyfoos Hall at the Kravis Center, Dreyfoos School of Arts, a remarkable school in West Palm Beach. Well, their namesake is a tremendous member of community who helped build this community. He's a philanthropist, and he is an adventurer.
How many miles have you sailed in this ship?
We're just shy of 200,000 nautical miles. So we've been around the world twice where you can document it, through the canal, Panama Canal, and through the Red Sea.
Wow.
87-year-old Alex Dreyfoos and his wife Renata have visited more than 100 countries aboard this one-of-a-kind yacht christened Silver Cloud. Dreyfoos, along with the German builders Abeking and Rasmussen, pioneered this catamaran-style vessel with its innovative design, now known as the Small Waterplane Area Twin Hull, or SWATH. Silver Cloud is believed to be the first yacht to use the SWATH technology, designed to counteract the rolling caused by tumultuous waves and the source of wife Renata's problematic seasickness.
It's the first one of its style, and it's absolutely stable. If anybody's ever been seasick on this boat, they've never admitted it to me.
Dreyfoos attacked the vexing challenge of designing a yacht that would not get tossed around in heavy seas, thereby eliminating the source of seasickness with characteristic confidence and determination. The innovation captured in the design of Silver Cloud just begins to capture the intellectual and physical prowess that is Alex Dreyfoos.
Well, I caught this fish in Bimini. It's 680 pounds. It was caught on my very first major boat, prime time. It was a 51-foot Rybovich.
Dreyfoos is part fisherman, scuba diver, photographer, and pilot in his leisure life, all made possible by his engineering business degree from MIT and his Harvard MBA, which paved the way toward a life of invention, entrepreneurism, and philanthropy.
I had the pleasure of giving a building to MIT. This is the Dreyfoos building at MIT.
But Alex Dreyfoos emphasizes he's no trust fund kid, or as he calls it, a member of the Lucky Sperm Club.
Yeah, my dad died after my freshman year, and it turned out that he'd been borrowing money from his partner to keep me doing the things he wanted me to do and to pay tuition. And so all of a sudden, I didn't have enough money to finish college. But MIT had a wonderful loan program, and that's one of the reasons for my making gifts to MIT. So they provided for me, and those were the days of the Korean War, and so I was in ROTC in order to avoid the draft. And then when I served my 2 years in the Air Force, I was entitled to the GI Bill, and I did end up at Harvard Business School.
Though a self-made man, Dreyfoos was clearly inspired by his photographer father and professional cellist mother. Like some of today's more notable technology titans, whose early innovation started in a garage, Dreyfoos' creative genius emanated from his basement.
I had invented the video color negative analyzer, and Kodak really flipped when they saw it, and they offered to market it for us worldwide.
The VCNA process invented by Dreyfoos was soon adopted by the film industry, winning him, yes, an Academy Award. Dreyfoos realized he could live anywhere and still develop and manufacture advanced photo development equipment. So, in 1969, he opened up shop in West Palm Beach with his Photo Electronics Corporation, PEC. Adding to his stable of businesses, he then bought a TV station and named it WPEC, where I worked as a news anchor and reporter at Channel 12 for several years.
Did you used to fly the helicopter when I was at Channel 12?
Exactly. In fact, I bought it just so I could fly.
Is that right?
The hell with your weather and news.
Helicopters, boats, planes, all toys in the Alex Dreyfoos toy box.
And this is a 1937 Chris Craft that I have up in Adirondacks. And this was my first yacht, 86-footer. I didn't keep it very long before getting the burger. And then my first airplane was a Cessna 310, G model, I think. Then I had a Cessna 421 B model.
His ultimate toy, though, might just be this yacht, the Silver Cloud.
All the things you've done and invented and created, is this the pride and joy?
Well, from a pleasure point of view, no question about it. Right. Yeah. One of the things that people who have been on a lot of yachts notice, for example, you look right across the boat from us, the windows are much smaller. But because of the stability of the boat, the rating agencies allowed us to build much larger windows than they would otherwise.
As visually stunning as the Silver Cloud is, it's the groundbreaking wave-resistant technology of the Silver Cloud that clearly sets it apart.
This boat has these 9-foot diameter all along the bottom, this bulbous thing. And we put our engines, generators, fuel tanks, garbage disposal, water makers, everything that's air conditioning compressors is all down in here. And then they're connected, as your video I'm sure will show, by very thin struts, so that the lifting action of a wave, if the area is very thin, can't move the boat very much. And so that combination of what I just mentioned makes this boat extremely stable.
An engineering feat, the Silver Cloud is also a literal high-security fortress, a feature of vital importance as Dreyfoos and his crew move through Somali pirate territory in the North Indian Ocean.
There's an area underneath this deck and above the bottom of the boat, which is maybe another 4 feet. And in it, we were able to put air mattresses and a camp toilet and all kinds of food and so forth. And then the ability to lock this.
So you'd go in there and hide, basically.
Yeah, so it runs the whole length of the boat. And so you could have the whole crew down there, as I say, with camp toilets and air mattresses. This could be set up in such a way that it would lock with a padlock, and you could kill the engines so that they couldn't be started by anybody. So it just became sort of a floating mass, and the whole theory was that if the pirates can't take hostages and they can't run the boat, they'll eventually go away.
Dreyfoos is understandably proud of the Silver Cloud, as is evidenced by his Silver Cloud belt and his willingness to show us all the bells and whistles, including the helipad.
I've had our Coast Guard say, can I do a practice landing here? And we always say yes.
Saying yes to supporting projects like the Kravis Center for the Performing Arts and the Dreyfoos School of the Arts has brought him high praise, accolades, and well-deserved recognition from a community he has tirelessly served. He has also served for many years as a director for the Palm Beach Civic Association, and now in the capacity as an honorary director.
It's been a wonderful board to serve on, and I guess I'm an honorary member because I'm an old guy.
Older, perhaps, in years, but certainly not in spirit, Alex Dreyfoos remains very connected and concerned about the enormous issues facing the 21st century. He has a mantra, and is this: go solar.